In the last video, we organized our sessions and we made sure that our recordings were solid before touching any plugins. Now we're ready to start mixing. If you're new here, my name is George and this is part of my home studio setup for beginners series. Today, we're covering EQ, compression, top-down mixing, and something extremely important that most beginners just ignore. Gain staging. Before we add anything, let's quickly define what mixing is or what it actually should be. Mixing is not for fixing bad recordings. Mixing is already enhancing what is good. It's about balance, it's about space, and it's about control. And most importantly, it's about intention. Here is something you need to understand. Our ears automatically perceive that louder sounds better. So if we add a plugin and it makes the signal louder, we'll think that we've improved it, when in reality, we didn't. So every time we add EQ or compression, we are going to level match. If we cut frequencies, we may need a little makeup gain. If we compress, that means we'll be reducing the peaks of our signal, so we'll be using the makeup gain just to bring that level back. The goal is simple. After adding your processing, the volume should be roughly the same as it was before. That way, we are judging tone, not loudness. You see, most beginners mix track by track, but today we'll be mixing from the top down. Master bus first, then groups, then individual tracks. Making small moves at the top influence everything that's underneath. All right, let's insert our first plugin. Go to your master bus and insert a compressor. So what is a compressor? Here's a quick definition, so just to make sure we're all on the same page. A compressor simply controls the dynamics of your source or your recording. Dynamics are the difference between the loudest and the quietest parts of a sound. When a signal crosses a set threshold, the compressor gently reduces that signal down. This just makes things a little more smoother and more controlled. On the master bus, we're not crushing these settings. We're just applying very subtle compression. This is what we call gluing. So here are my quick compressor settings for a master bus. We'll be using a 2:1 ratio. We'll set our attack between 20 to 30 milliseconds. We'll set our release at 100 to 200 milliseconds. Now we'll slowly just pull down our threshold until we see about 1 to 2 decibels of gain reduction. Very subtle.
Thank you for the light, thank you for the day, thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy, dancing in my soul, you make me whole. Thank you for the light, thank you for the day, thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy, dancing in my soul, you make me whole.
When the compressor reduces peaks, our signal will get slightly quieter. So we use makeup gain. Bring the level back up until it matches our bypass signal. If it's louder when engaged, turn it down. And if it's quieter when engaged, just turn it up. We want equal volume when turning on or turning off our compressor. Remember, we're listening and judging the glue of what the compressor is doing, not the volume.
Thank you for the light, thank you for the day, Thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy dancing in my soul. You make me whole. Thank you for the light. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy dancing in my soul. You make me whole.
Now, let's insert an EQ on our master bus. EQ stands for equalization. And what that means is it allows us to boost certain frequencies of what makes up a sound or cut the certain frequencies that make up that sound. It's simply a volume knob for wherever you want to boost or cut in the frequency spectrum. Think of it as sculpting. We're shaping tone. So to start out, to clear up some muddiness in this mix, let's put on a low shelf cut around 40 to 60 hertz. And let's also put a tiny high shelf boost between 10 to 12 kilohertz. And if you notice, since this is on the master bus, we're only doing 1 dB boosts or cuts.
Thank you for the light. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy dancing in my soul. You make me whole. Thank you for the light. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy dancing in my soul. You make me whole. Thank you for the light. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy dancing in my soul. You make me whole.
Now, here's the important part. If I cut the lows, my mix will get slightly quieter. If I boost my highs, then naturally my mix will get slightly louder. So again, level match. Same volume in, same volume out. Always. Now, let's move down one level. If you remember, in the last video, I mentioned that I recorded 2 guitar takes. So instead of processing these takes separately, I'm going to put them into a bus. That way we can process them together. After all, they are the same instrument. So since now we have our guitars routed to a bus, let's go ahead and insert our first EQ. Remember, whatever processing you do on the bus channel affects everything that's underneath it, or everything that's routed to that bus channel. In this case, both our guitars are routed to one bus. What we do on this bus will affect what we do on the guitars. Now, I want to roll off some of this low-end rumble that just takes up a whole bunch of sonic space that's completely unnecessary, or that's even most of the time inaudible. So we're going to use a high-pass filter and roll off all the slow frequency off, around 70 to 90 hertz.
Thank you for the light. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy dancing in my soul. You make me whole.
I also want to check to make sure that we don't have any boxiness in our guitar. I'm going to look around 200 to 350 hertz. We're going to boost that up a little bit and see where it falls into place. Then I'm just going to simply cut it out.
Thank you for the light. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy dancing in my soul. You make me whole.
Remember, small moves. If we cut frequencies, sometimes the signal drops, so just remember to use that output gain to compensate. Again, roughly the same volume before and after. Now, let's insert a compressor. Remember, we're trying to do very gentle compression here because I just want to show you that a little goes a long way. I just want to reduce these top peaks. So we're going to set our compressor to a 2-to-1 ratio, and we'll adjust our threshold and pull that back until we get about 1 to 3 dB of gain reduction. We are just trying to smooth out our recording. Remember, compression reduces peaks, so we use our makeup gain. But remember, not louder than before. Let's do a quick before and after and just make sure that we are sitting at the same level. Now, let's move on to the vocal. Let's roll off all the smutty low end that we don't need. We're gonna roll off around 80 to 100 hertz. And we're gonna go look for that muddiness between 200 to 400 hertz. And let's just boost around 3 to 5K just to give our vocal a little bit of presence.
Thank you for the light. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy. Dancing in my soul, you make me whole. Thank you for the light. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy. Dancing in my soul, you make me whole. Thank you for the light. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy. Dancing in my soul, you make me whole. Thank you for the light. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy. Dancing in my soul, you make me whole. Thank you for the light. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy. Dancing in my soul, you make me whole. Thank you for the light. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love.
Remember, these are small but intentional moves. Vocals need control. Especially when we sing, our vocals are very, very dynamic. We want to tame those peaks and those dynamics just a little bit, so that way it's giving us a much smoother and much more even performance. For this vocal and this performance, I'm going to keep these settings very, very minimal. I'm going to use a 3-to-1 ratio, and I'm going to try to get around 3 to 6 dB of gain reduction.
Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy. Dancing in my soul, you make me whole. Thank you for the light. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love that never fades away.
Now we simply bring the makeup gain right back up. We'll match our signal to make sure that it's roughly the same as when it went in as it's going out.
Thank you for the light. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy dancing in my soul. You make me whole. Thank you for the light. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy dancing in my soul. You make me whole. Thank you for the light. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy dancing in my soul. You make me whole.
If the compressed version sounds better at the same volume, you did it right. Remember, this is a simple acoustic mix. So my choices were based off the context of this mix. If we had a more dense mix, such as drums and bass and heavy electric guitars, wood guitars and pianos and some extra keys, then the way we'd affect the vocal might be a little bit different. We might have to even roll off even more low end just to make more room for our bass and our drums. Remember that context is absolutely everything when you're adjusting levels such as EQ and compression. This is why it's very important that we use our ears. Mixing is always about context. Now, let's bypass everything. Let's see how far we've gotten with these small moves.
Thank you for the light. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy dancing in my soul. You make me whole. Thank you for the light. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the love that never fades away. Thank you for the joy dancing in my soul. You make me whole.
It shouldn't feel dramatically louder. It should feel a little bit tighter, a little more controlled. And remember, it should feel intentional. Our jobs as mixing engineers, or when you're mixing a song, is not about to change what's there, but is to enhance what's been given to you. And enhance them in such a way that it makes things sound musical. Today, we defined mixing. We introduced EQ and compression. We mixed from the top down. Also, we made sure that we level matched our volume, our signal on the way in and on the way out throughout the whole process. Because louder is not better. Better is better. Hey, if you're enjoying this series so far, I'd really appreciate it if you could just hit the subscribe button and just hit that like and notifications bell, leave a comment, and I'll make sure to get back to you with any questions that you have. In the next video, we'll be talking about reverb and delay, a way to add depth and a little bit of space to our recording. And we'll also level match that too. Again, my name is George. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.